name is B.
And I'm Naya.
And we are Vintage Souls.
Today we are talking about being the other woman. Now, that situation can go a lot of different ways. So the other woman could be, let's see, it could be the side chick. If you're the side chick, you're the other woman, blah, blah. You know that he got a main chick, you be considered the other woman.
Right.
Now, if you are the side chick, you would consider the main chick, she's the other woman. From that point of view. Like, I'm the side chick and the main chick, she's the other woman. Or it could be a situation where y'all are both considered to think y'all are the main chick, but y'all don't even know each other exists. So,
Shania, have you ever been in a situation where you were the side chick, or you thought you were a side chick, or you didn't know if you was that side chick, or?
I've never been a side chick.
You don't condone that.
No disrespect to anyone who out there who do the side chicky business. Right. I'm just not. I can't knowingly share somebody. I'm
right.
Sorry.
Oh no, we don't share.
But I have been in a situation. The situation is so old. It could be a comic book. Like, it's really.
It's a comic
old.
book.
It's really old. Like, me and my husband been together for 6 years, so it was before then. Of course, I was a teenager, maybe 18, 19, so it was a long time ago. But I have been in a situation where me and the guy was in a long-term relationship, and I live in Charlotte, and he lived somewhere different. And so we would do the make up to break up thing. You know how that goes when you're younger, or, some people still go through that now, but you know how that is. And he would... I came up to where he was, and at that point we were on the breakup point. But
it had been only like a month.
Yeah, it was nothing crazy. But me and Brittany had went up there because we had a photo shoot, and so we went up there for the photo shoot. And so I had reached out to his cousin because me and his cousin at the time was really close. So I reached out to her like, "Hey, girl, let's get up and his parents' house because that's where she was at." And we knocked on the door and literally was standing outside for like...
It was a while. And it was a little brisk.
5 minutes.
Like,
5 minutes waiting for somebody to open the door.
Is anyone here?
So when we finally got somebody in, it was her. She was like, oh, come in, whatever. So she's like, I'll be right back. So me and Brittany is sitting on the couch downstairs. And we hear...
why is she here?
What is she doing here upstairs? So we looking at each other. I'm looking at her. She looking at me. I'm like, what is going on? So she walks. So the cousins come downstairs and like, okay, guys, we could go. We could go. So we leave. We get to our destination. And so she was like, I'm sorry. Well, she had told Brittany. She was like, I'm sorry for what happened, because I had walked out the room and she was like, I'm sorry for what happened upstairs. When we was back at the house, and she was like, Brittany was like, what are you talking about?
Right.
She was like, that was such and such, the dude I was dealing with at the time, that was his girlfriend.
Yo.
So Brittany like, wait, now you need to come back in here and hear what's going on. So she's like, tell her what you just told me. So she told me, I'm like, girlfriend? What you mean you got a girlfriend? She's like, I thought you knew. I knew.
Now, mind y'all, it ain't been nothing but like a month of separation or
breakup. So I'm like, well, how did he get a girlfriend that fast? We actually came back to Charlotte, and this when Instagram started to get a little popping. We actually downloaded and found out that he was dating her for a whole year.
So basically, while he was like stringing her along, he had a whole other girlfriend the whole time.
The whole time.
So he had her feeling like he was trying to be with her. He was trying to make it work, but she was being complicated.
It's my issue. And that's the thing, ladies or men. Don't let anybody make you feel like, you're tripping. Like, there's something wrong with you, especially if you're doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not cheating, you're not lying, you're not being deceitful, disrespectful, whatever. Like,
and pay attention, because sometimes, like, you can hear, like they'll try to flip stuff on you. All of a sudden, it's like they're so irritable when it comes to you. You can make a
you do everything wrong,
and they're like, it's like everything is like,
everything you do is wrong. Yeah. Oh, you cheating? Oh, it gotta be another dude, or it gotta be this. It gotta be that. Oh, who is that guy? Who you talk like really insecure, feeling like. Be aware of that type of stuff, because those are the type of people who actually have stuff going on. Yeah. And it's like, you be so caught up in loving somebody and trying to show them like, that's not me, and you miss the cues and the clues
and the flags
showing you like, do something. I was devastated for a very long time. I mean, it took me a while to pick my face up off the floor.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, what?
And as her best friend, like, just seeing how bad it broke her, like, it pissed me off. Like, I was hoping that whoever shorty was upstairs, she would have made herself known, because she could have came downstairs.
Karma is so strong.
Got handled. I mean, it was nothing.
Karma does so much more work than actually physically fighting somebody.
Yeah.
Like, Karma really, like, when I look at that situation today, like, where I am and where that situation is, it's like, you know, karma works. So nothing can be built truly on a lie.
But it... Good point.
So if something's built off a lie, if you cheating on somebody to be with somebody else, that's not going to last. I'm going to tell you why. Because nothing is going to flourish on
a lie.
A lie. You know, you're not going to build the beautiful house on unsteady solid base. Like if your base isn't solid, the way it happened, the way it came about, the beginning.
If it wasn't pure, innocent,
you know, if honest, it's not built on something strong, it's gonna everything you build on top of that is gonna fall down eventually. So make sure when you're in a relationship or you get into a relationship, you do things the correct way. Be honest. You know, don't
cut off all your loose ties and be a woman or a man enough to just be like, look, I'm with someone and I'm trying to be with them.
See, and my thing is, if he would have came to me and said, hey, listen, you know, we're long distance. I'm feeling somebody else. I'm in a state where I want to be with somebody that's closer to me. I don't want to do the long distance thing. Of course I would have been hurt. Of course I would have been, you know, kind of upset. But I would have respected the person and been a lot more, you know, gracious for you to let me know than do things behind my back and expect for me to be like,
right. And I as a man, you can't help, or as a woman, you can't help but respect them as a person for coming.
For keeping it 100, like keep it 100 bills, like that's it, like that's all you gotta do. So I mean, even like I don't talk about my situation about, you know, what I've been through, but have you ever been a side chick, the main chick, the two mains, and don't know like what you been?
I'll let you be the judge. I'll let the audience
Okay. Let everybody else judge it on your story.
I was in a situation where I was dating a guy. Talking to a guy. We had mutual friends at the time. So that's how we met. And, you know, we just had a few things in common. You know, like we both liked music and stuff like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, go ahead. So I didn't know what she was going to talk about.
Yeah, So, from what I thought, or what I gathered, you know, we had a connection. We were like hanging out. He made me feel like I'm not exactly sure what had happened, but he just switched. Like it was like going from like talking to a person to like that I knew to like talking to a person that I didn't know. And everything became like a challenge and like an issue, and it was like mixed signals out of nowhere, and I want everything to be organic and whatever the fuck that means. I mean, I know we got different listeners, but it was just like, y'all have to understand, like this situation was so confusing to me because
you're trying to read somebody.
Yeah, I was trying to understand like a code. It was like it was like trying to like solve a puzzle or something. Like
instead of being like 100% blunt, it was like little small.
Well, at first it was like, okay, we were feeling each other, and then it was like a few inconsistencies, and then over time it just felt like I was like in competition with something. I didn't know what it was, but it just did not go well, and I feel like it was completely.
Brittany has a tendency to jump the gun sometimes on. You do.
This is the second video for me. I feel like that.
She has a tendency to jump the gun on sometimes reaction. So sometimes when things happen, I'm like, well, wait. You know, maybe that's not as big as what you making it out. And she's like, yeah, I don't want to be so uptight. Okay, yeah, maybe I am overthinking it.
Okay, she's right about
that. But it was signs that we clearly, you know, ignored.
Yeah.
Because we wanted it to work so bad. Yeah. And I think that's something for the viewers to like get to. Like sometimes you want something to work so bad that you're willing to like overlook qualities and things that happen to save something.
Yeah.
It's like, if you know that this is not something you would tolerate on a normal basis, just because he's fine and it may be something that you maybe really want.
Ladies, do not let the fineness distract you.
Don't.
Because that doesn't mean anything. Because at the end of the day, you could have honestly given your time to someone who really appreciated it. I sat here and wasted a lot of time. Like, it didn't seem like it was that much time because it went by so fast.
Yeah.
But you notice over a space and time, like, I dedicated a little bit of time to the situation, and to be played and disrespected. So let me that, because he would say stuff like that, like, get mad when I bring up other women. But then in the same breath, he would say, don't have any expectations on us. So I was like super confused.
So confused.
Super confused because I felt
then
like
all of the outings and things that they would do together was super like girlfriend, boyfriend.
I mean, yeah, like like you can.
Don't you hate that? Like,
holding me.
Don't you hate that? Like, a guy, you know,
What the hell
he's
do you
saying
think is gonna happen?
this is not what you think, but everything else is what it is.
Right.
What?
It doesn't add up. It didn't add
That
up.
don't make sense.
It
That
didn't
don't make
add
sense.
up.
You can't tell me that we can act like it but can't be it. No.
Then all of a sudden, as time progressed, you know, we kept talking to each other off and on. And then I seen a lot of inconsistencies, so I was just trying to figure out, like, okay, is he feeling me? Is he not feeling me? We don't really know.
Right.
And it was just like a lot of dip and dab, like a little, like, jab and then out, and then jab and then out. And then it was just like, okay, I was telling Shania, like, you know, I don't know what the hell going on, but I don't think fast forward to, like, maybe like a month or so later, I got a phone call in like the middle of the night, like, Brittany. he's here with some chick. And I just remember like being hot. Like, my body being on fire. Because I'm cute. I mean, like, I'm not
very
even
cute.
tooting my horn. Like, I know I'm not, like, come on.
Right.
Y'all, like, every now and then I still get pissed because I feel like I'm the type of person where, okay, I jumped the gun, yes, okay, not the easiest person to talk to all the time, yes, but if you were to communicate with me that you have a girlfriend now, you could have said that, and I would have been pissed, but I would have been able to move forward. Right. Especially with us having mutual friends. You could have picked up the phone and called me and just said
what it was.
I had a girl. And I would have been like, okay. What? But eventually you would have been like, okay. But I didn't mean anything to that person.
For them to just like,
for them to even pick up the phone and say anything.
Like
for them to even pick up the phone and say, this is what it is. I'm sorry.
And now, this was about what, a year or two ago?
Yeah.
Like a year ago?
Yeah.
So now that relation is still.
Now that you done went off and rolled off into the sunset.
That relation's
like,
still going on.
I'm like, it's like F.
But because they have mutual friends, they're always going to see each other.
Right.
But he doesn't speak.
Now.
Which is weird because it's like, if you felt like you did nothing wrong, why not speak?
Right.
Like, that's weird.
Does it add up? And I just feel like, ladies, it at some point we have to pick and choose, and men as well that go through the situation. We have to pick and choose when to cut stuff off. When we see the red flags, when we see the inconsistencies, we have to learn how to pinpoint it and say, no ma'am.
I can't.
Like, no ma'am. No ma'am. Because see, what that could have led to was a lot of drama. Because if you didn't tell me that you have a girlfriend, or this person thinks she's your girlfriend, and I'm out with you.
And then the key of that is later on we found out that they had been talking for over a year.
Yeah, so that it had to have merged into whatever was going on at the particular time.
So you were playing both sides and knowingly, like, that shit.
The bitch out. Just calm down. That shit. Both our sons, and even Maddie, when they get older, you have to learn how to be conscious of other people's feelings. You can't do stuff like that. Enough to respect me. That's all you have to do.
Right.
And say, hey, this ain't working. I got somebody else. I'm really feeling her. That's where I want to be. Don't lead people on. And that brings us back to our last episode about friend zoning. Like, don't lead people on. If you don't like them like that, tell them. Because you're trying to make me feel like he put me in a position where I felt like I was flawed. Like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
And it's something wrong with me.
That's the thing.
You know
too.
what I'm saying?
Like, don't let nobody ever make you feel like that.
Okay, I'm a little aggressive and I'm all those other things, but that don't stop me from being a good woman. So there is no need for you to do that.
Well,
And if anything, venting session
conclusion
about being the other woman. Ladies, don't settle for being the other woman.
No.
Men, don't settle for being the other man.
Hey, listen,
number
this
two
is a
stuff
shout
not
out to
even
all
cute.
the side chicks. If you knowingly know someone else has someone else, whether they're married, whether they're in a relationship, whether whatever, walk away.
Because the only person that looks
you and only you. And only you going to get that if you believe it. The moment you start doubting yourself, thinking this is the best I can get, this is all I can do, I can't do better than this.
Right.
And guess what?
That's all you're going to get.
That's all you're going to get.
So you have to tell yourself every day, I deserve better and I'm going to get better.
And I'm going to get better. And guess what? It's going to come. I promise it's going to come.
Ladies, keep y'all prayer hands.
We love you guys. Leave us a comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you guys next week. I don't know what next week's topic is going to be about, but it's going to be juicy.
Later.
Bye.